Good evening, or good morning, or whenever. Good afternoon to whoever's listening. My name is Veljanovski2. I'm an online student at Latrobe studying Foundations of Management. This is my assessment 2, my online presentation, which pretty much is mainly covering just the large supermarket chains in Australia. So I'll be going through that with you guys today. So here's just like a little outline of the presentation. Just go through all these 9 slides going forward from now. So the first, I'll start off with the management theories in supermarkets, contemporary management trends, strategic and tactical goal setting, benefits and limitations of planning in a turbulent environment, SWOT analysis, ideal organizational structure and advantages and disadvantages of that structure, some HR recommendations, and then my references, which I won't be going over, but it's in there. Yeah. So I'll start off with the management theories in supermarkets. So in large supermarket chains, such as Woolies, Coles and IGA, they operate in fast-paced environments where effective management is key. So I'm sure if you guys have stepped inside a Woolies, Coles or IGA at like prime time, 5 p.m. or on a Saturday, Sunday, whenever they're most busy, it's pretty full on. So effective management is pretty key to those operations in those stores. The two foundational perspectives, scientific management and human relations theories, are both relevant. Human relations theory are both relevant to how these businesses operate. The first one, scientific management, from the classical perspective, focuses on primarily efficiency through task optimization. Woolworths applies this through automated high-tech checkout systems, database shelf restocking, and scheduling based on foot traffic patterns. So like how busy the store is, which is going to boost efficiency because you're going to allocate the resources where they're needed most, which is going to boost operations in those stores, whether it be through the employees or like the high checkout system is going to make a lot transactions go through a lot quicker. And Coles has also embraced workflow standardization using performance metrics to improve supply chain efficiency in store operations. So that's that scientific management theory, which is just focusing on task optimization and boosting that efficiency. Second one, Alton Mayo's human relations approach shifts focus to mainly on employee well-being and social needs, a slightly different approach compared to the first one. Obtained by Woolies, supporting well-being through mental health resources and recognition programs, and Coles doing something similar, encouraging employees' feedback through digital suggestion platforms, promoting a culture of inclusion. So that's the way of their Woolies and Coles are applying that human relations approach, because with the employees feeling included and having support, they're going to want to work. They're going to be more motivated to work, which is going to boost efficiency and effectiveness in the organisations. But however, these perspectives aren't used in isolation. Supermarkets leaders should integrate both. For example, Woolworths store manager might use time motion data to assign roles, which is just assigning the shifts to people of how busy the store is, which is the scientific management, while also conducting regular check-ins with staff to boost morale, which is human relations. So being able to do those both at the same time is going to really boost efficiency and effectiveness in stores. So moving on to contemporary management trends, I'm going to go over this one briefly, even though there is quite a lot. But the main 3, so I should start off with modern supermarkets are evolving rapidly. Management practices have shifted to reflect new consumer behaviours, tech innovation, and society's expectations. So which we can see in retail and supermarkets have changed so much over the last 10 to 15 years. The main 3, though, are digital integration, so like technology, which here stated that Coles is using smarter selling to use predictive analytics to manage labour and reduce waste. And Woolworths, also similar, implemented AI-driven demand forecasting, which is going to just help reduce waste and be more efficient in their operations. Another trend, sustainability practices. So a business that's more sustainable in nowadays day and age is going to attract more customers. So Woolworths is committed to zero food waste to landfill by 2025, and Coles is working to reduce plastic packaging by 25%. Flexible work models. So another one, another trend is being more flexible work. So post-pandemic, Woolworths and Coles offer hybrid corporate roles and more flexible rostering. IGA being independently owned adapts staffing policies store by store, being able to accommodate local employees with greater flexibility. Why trends have changed: rising consumer expectations for convenience, sustainability, technology. We see rising competition from Amazon grocers such as Amazon Fresh, and social movements promoting ethical sourcing and employee well-being. So we'll move on to strategic and tactical goal setting. A strategic goal refers to the broad statement of where the organisation wants to be in the future. They apply to it applies to the organisation as a whole rather than to specific divisions or departments. A strategic goal could be something like this: to increase Woolworths and Coles online sales by 20% over the next 3 years. The goal covers the 5 characteristics of goal setting, which is going to be the SMART goal setting. So it's specifically focusing on the online sales. It's measurable, so 20% growth. It can be measured by just percentage by each year going towards that target. It's achievable as online shopping demand is already growing, so it's already realistic, so it's going to actually help them achieve that. It's relevant, matching consumer trends towards convenience and e-commerce, so people shopping from home, which is going to make those online sales increase. Time-bound, 3-year deadline, creating some urgency, so they're going to try to work towards that goal with that time frame. A tactical goal refers to a goal that defines the outcome that major divisions and departments must achieve in order for the organisation to reach its overall goals. So a tactical goal could be for Woolworths and Coles stores to have an average 95% pick rate when picking online orders. So it's specifically for that department division of online in stores at Coles and Woolies. So that'll just be like the online team members, the online managers at Coles and Woolies. It's specific, so it's specific to those. Measurable, so they can track their pick rates monthly and see the progress in percentage, kind of similar to the first one. It's achievable by they can implement automation and improve staff training and offer help when needed from a management perspective, so it is achievable with that support. It's relevant as it boosts online competitive and enhances customer satisfaction, which is kind of just that more convenient and employee satisfaction. Customer satisfaction, which is really relevant in today's day and age, and that convenience. Time bound, so it's just by 2026. So creates that urgency. Really similar, but both SMART goals there. So we'll move on to the benefits and limitations of planning. So planning is a leadership skill, effective if done properly. We'll go into the benefits first. Improved coordination. So effective planning can help align purchasing, logistics, marketing, and ensuring that stocks meet seasonal demand. So that planning kind of like Easter, for example, is a seasonal. So making sure that Woolies, Coles, IGA, they're promoting their chocolates around that time, so that will boost sales, especially over the Easter time. So they plan for that. Reduce risk. So using forecasting models to avoid stockouts during peak season. So make sure you plan that. And then that there's available stock over those peak seasons. Consistency, so when you plan as a whole, as a business as a whole, there's going to be consistency across the whole stores. Some limitations is that there's uncertainty, so that's a good one, that planning and forecasting becomes unreliable, unuseful during a crisis, so or natural disaster, an example being COVID and any hurricanes or tsunamis. And I'll go into high competition. So rivalry between the businesses can force strategic changes, making long-term plans ineffective. So in a sector where it's really competitive and they make quick changing decisions, is going to be long-term planning is going to be pretty poor. Planning provides a foundation, but success in this sector depends on adaptability and responsiveness. So being able to adapt to those changes and seasons. So we're moving on to planning in a turbulent environment. In the large supermarket chain sector, so businesses operate in extremely dynamic environments where they need to prepare for unexpected challenges and plan effectively. To plan effectively in a turbulent environment, contingency planning, scenario planning, and crisis planning should be applied. So they're the three to help businesses plan going forward in those turbulent environments, especially that large supermarket chain. And it's groceries as well. So Contingency plans, plans that define organization responses to specific situations such as emergencies, setbacks, or unexpected conditions. So like a seasonal condition, or seasonal as in like weather conditions, like stuff like that. Scenario planning, a bit similar, is the planning's activity in which future possibilities are visualized by extrapolating current trends and considering future continuities. Similar to the contingency plans, but they're just trying to look forward. Overall, both trying to just look forward and trying to just plan for that change in environment. Crisis planning, similar again, but they all kind of have their own aspects. It's a preparation for like a sudden high impact event that could threaten an organization's survival or reputation. So it's a little bit more extreme. An example of that would probably be maybe like COVID, the lockdowns, things like that. So applying all those three into their businesses and their operations when they're planning is going to help them be able to adapt to those changes in environment if they plan. So yeah, that's probably the main three for planning in a turbulent environment. Moving on to the next slide. So it's just a SWOT analysis on that large supermarket chain sector, the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, and just a little definition of what a SWOT analysis is. The strength of those three, I'm mainly just going off Coles, IGA, and Woolies because they're like the three big ones, and they're all similar in some ways. They all have strong brand reputation, which is good strength, and loyal customers, wide product range, large store network, kind of like what I was saying. They're massive in urban and regional presence, and they have strong financial resources for investment. They're three really good ones. Weaknesses, high operating costs, wages, logistics, utilities, just because they're so big and so broad. There's so many roles and divisions and functions in the whole operations and in the businesses. So like the wages, logistics, utilities can go on HR, finance, like everything. So yeah, that's one of the weaknesses. It's high operating. It's slower adaptation to rapid market trends. So because they all are like supermarkets, it's more like kind of grocery food based. So trends that like kind of shift away from that, which is rare, but when they do shift away from those groceries and stuff like that, it's hard for them to adapt because that's their main products. Dependence on external suppliers. So yeah, again, they're depending on those suppliers for their because it's groceries, because it's food. There's global risk, and there's weather conditions change, and there's different seasons all around the world where they get their groceries from. I should not just say groceries, but also the other products. The opportunities, growth in online shopping delivery, which we've spoken about a bit, but just going forward, it's just going to be really big. Investment in sustainable packaging, again, the sustainable and convenience. Innovation in HR practices, so that's kind of just going towards that employee well-being and all that HR kind of sector. Threats, labour shortages and increasing wage costs, and cost of living pressures. So especially in today's day and age with the interest rates and all the inflation and stuff like that, Woolworths, Coles, IGA might not be enough for someone trying to just they might be on their own living in those cost of living, so there could be a shortage. And the rapidly changing of consumer demands for convenience and sustainability. So that's the SWOT analysis on that supermarket chain. So we'll move on to, this is a bit of a short one, the ideal organisational structure, which is the divisional structure, which is kind of just separated divided by region and function. Structure collection of functions organised around the geographic structure, product structure, or market structure. In this case, supermarket chains like Woolies, Coles, IGA operate best with a divisional organisational structure, again, divided by geographic region, states and territories, functions, marketing, logistics, HR, online operations, finance, each division. Each division handles its own operations while still on track with achieving each company's overall strategic goals. So let's take a look at the advantages and disadvantages of this structure. So we'll go through the advantages of the divisional organised structure first. I'll just go through quite quickly. Specialised focus, so divisions can concentrate on key areas. So each division can kind of concentrate on each of the its compartments. So online shopping, sustainability, which is a benefit. improve decision making. So regional managers, so the managers of like each region, each division, can make faster and more relevant decisions to that division without always needing approval from head office. Clear accountability. Each division's performance is easy to measure and helping to identify success in areas needing improvement. Disadvantages though, duplicating of resources. So functions like HR, marketing and finance are repeated across divisions, increasing costs. So there's going to be more than one HR team, more than one finance team, marketing team, and they're repeated across each. So that's going to definitely be more costly. Possibly inconsistent customer experiences. So because each region is different, so the customer service or product availability is going to differ. So that's, if not properly coordinated, is another disadvantage. And it's a more complex management structure. Managing multiple divisions requires strong leadership and clear communication to avoid any confusion. Moving on to the last slide here, HR recommendations. So as a manager, I would recommend supermarkets focus on making recruitment faster and more candidate friendly by using simple online applications and offering flexible job options. So if we're going to introduce like all this online and tech kind of use in stores when it comes to customers or product, it'd be good for also the recruitment process to find more fit candidates for the job. In selection, it's important to look past experience and focus on attitude and customer service skills, which is key in retail, which you're going to get out of that one-on-one interview. So it does need to be in person as well. Managers should take that really carefully. Offering proper training and clear pathways can help keep good people for longer. With the competition for work is so high, supermarkets need to show that they're a great place to build a career, not just a temporary job. So employees are going to want to stick around and they're going to want to work if they can just see some growth and career growth in the business, which is going to help retain employees as well. And strong focus on people will directly lead to better customer service and an overall business success. So yeah, that's that. So I'll just finish it off here, my references, but I just wanted to say thank you for listening. I did try to keep it short and around 15 minutes, so apologies if I go really quick or off track. But yeah, so thank you for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it and took a lot from my presentation. Thank you.